Springfield has been amazing so far, and I definitely will be back, and I would definitely recommend stopping. It is a very cool little town. Alright, stop 2, Route 66, is going to be St. Louis. I'm getting a little bit of a later start than anticipated today. I met this really interesting man who grew up right around Springfield, and he showed me around a lot, including taking me to this place. It's called Cozy Dogs. It's like a family-owned restaurant here. It's a Route 66 institution, apparently. I got to meet the former owner and learn all about the operations. I can't wait to share that with you. But it's about 3:30 now. It's kind of a race against time, so I'm not driving too much in the dark. But St. Louis is only about 2.5 hours away, so excited to see what I'm going to see. Alright, so I'm coming to you from Verdon, Illinois. It's about 45 minutes outside of Springfield. It was also the spot of the Battle of Verdon, which was a huge, massive, bloody, and violent strike/protest between the coal miners and the powers that be at the coal mine. More on that later. But, interesting, they've now put up a monument and several other monuments in their honor in this square. Alright, so right now I'm in this town called Carlinsville, I'm pretty sure. It is so cute. I'll show you around the square. I wish I could stop, but I'm fighting sunlight. And everything's kind of boarded up except the bars at this point. Which normally, if I wasn't trying to move on, I would probably call it here and stay, but I'm trying to make it to St. Louis for my next stop. But this town is so quintessentially small town. It feels a lot like towns I've been in so far this trip, but also, I don't know. On this trip, I've gone to so many places that you can start to really get a sense just by looking at a town if you're going to have a good experience there or not. And of course, there's some, like, don't judge a book by its cover situations, but for the most part, I've gotten really good at gauging, am I going to get people to talk to me? Is this a town where there's an interesting story? Is there something secret there going on? Like, you can just feel it in the air. And this is a town where might be worth coming back to at some point, because this could be really cool. But alas, not this trip. I'm just going to show you around a little bit. Explore just a tiny bit before hitting on the road. Did I just say hitting on the road? Before heading on the road. It's been a long day. That sound you hear is not only just rain, it is hail. That's a first for the trip, but I'm watching it hail. About to get up in a couple. I just woke up from car camping today outside of St. Louis, and it is pouring rain, which should make touring today very interesting. I slept well, and regardless of the weather, I am going to enjoy myself. I've got a really full day today. Also, can we just, this bedhead is outrageous. It is rainy, misty, and gross out, kind of, to be honest, in Missouri. I suppose I should be grateful that it's like 40 degrees. It's not that cold. But it's keeping a lot of people inside, which is making my job kind of difficult. But keeping the faith, gonna find some people to talk to. Alright, you can add this to the long list of things I didn't know about St. Louis. Chuck Berry is from here, or got his start here. Chuck Berry being, of course, the one who wrote, or sang, I guess, I don't know if he wrote it, the song that is the theme of this trip, the very original Route 66. So that's cool. I just went to Blueberry Hill, which is this, like, bar/restaurant where he used to play and stuff. It's like a St. Louis institution. Stay is looking up for sure. Rain isn't even bothering me anymore. Alright, now that I'm out of the rain for a sec, I just want to tell you a little bit about something I learned. This one, shout out to Leah for cluing me in on it, is about the Loop in St. Louis. It is this entire district, essentially, with a lot of businesses and different things popping up. But the biggest thing right now that's kind of controversial is there's this trolley that runs about 2.5 miles or so. And on one hand, people who are for it think that it supports business development and growth and economics and such like that. And then the people who are against it are saying that it has led to the gentrification of these neighborhoods, especially the ones close to WashU, which is the university that borders basically where I'm at right now. I've talked to a couple of people about it, so I'll share more probably in an email or blog post coming soon, but it's really interesting because it's an encapsulation of one of those issues that, like, you can see both sides, so it's really hard to figure out what is the right thing to do.